Hey guys, welcome back to Top Trends, where we break down what is working in online education and reverse engineer it. I have my man Caleb, his first time on the show today. Caleb is the head of go-to-market at New Reach Education. Welcome, Caleb, to the show.
What's up, guys? It's great to be here, and I'm excited to dive in. You can see probably that we have a pretty interesting breakdown today.
We got a really interesting breakdown. In this one, guys, missed our Top Trends database, which pulls in over 20,000 different courses and creators. This one is emergent, and I just heard about over actually this last week. He's been blowing up. There is a Skool community we found and a bunch of interesting traffic sources, of which it seems like Twitch drove a lot of traffic, and then we found instances of IG and TikTok funnel entry points too. So we're going to break it all down for you on this episode.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Sweet. So as you can see, I think that his most prominent, this is Clavicular. We'll see if I'm saying that right.
Yeah, Clav.
I think a lot of people call him Clav. We were just on with his team earlier, and he's blown up. So if you haven't seen him, check him out. Shout out Clav. That's awesome. But he's, I don't know what his cadence is here on Twitch. It seems like these are just clips here.
It does.
Let me click into here.
So people don't schedule much on Twitch, right? They just...
Here we go.
It's not like a
back
Q&A
on
call.
desktop starting soon. Oh, Domino's ad. Sweet.
Hey.
Can I skip this?
Which might be relevant to his audience. If they're trying to Looksmaxx and basically, get better looking, it would stand to reason that Domino's and other enroll providers are going to be trying to
it says last live 19 days ago. So maybe he's...
So Twitch probably isn't driving a good...
Okay.
What we did right before this, guys, is we entered on both. I have TikTok up, and I shot him a DM too, because that was the call to action in Instagram bio. So we'll be going through there.
Yeah. You can see you can donate here. This is one of his revenue drivers right here. You can donate to talk. I think this is, and obviously his other socials, but the Looksmaxx guides.
They're all in Skool.
Yep, they tend to all push to Skool. And then he's kind of got the ecosystem of TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube here. So, did you join it, Nick?
No, but let's join it right now. I'll share my screen here, and I'll walk you guys through the same funnel, but on TikTok. So what he's doing is he's bringing people to Skool, and then on Skool, he's cross-pollinating socials and making sure you follow him there. It looks like he's posting on TikTok. Let's see a recent timestamp here, 51 minutes ago. And yeah, nothing that's direct CTA, at least there. I'm sure maybe there are a few that allude to a CTA or link in the bio, but for the most part, this is the sole link that we're getting in through. So we're going to click here, same page that Caleb just saw. Let's go ahead and join this. Cool. It blurs out my credit card already. And welcome to, guys, I was there for the day like we founded Skool. I'm in a ton of different schools. Charge your card and send a receipt. Sick. I am now in a Looksmaxxing school for the first time ever. So just be careful. I might start looking a lot different in about 7 days thanks to Clav's methods here. So first thing I see, Caleb, I'm curious where your eyes go to, is like for me the one-to-one free Zoom is happening in 27 hours. Which is good. A lot of times 2x Q&A calls after someone joins is like the standard in our industry. And the fact that it's happening in 27 hours is quick enough for me to prevent like a chargeback or refund. If I see something like 7 or 8 days away, sometimes I'm like, On top of that, like it's not telling me to do anything. It's not telling me to introduce myself. There is this 3 pinned posts we can go through. Where did your eye come?
Yeah, my eye actually went straight down to the bottom right where it says 18 online. And I was just curious to see how many people are actually active in it. Because it's $50. It's not that much money. And so there could be, there's 1,400 people in here, but potentially a lot of them aren't actually active all the time. And, we're in Mountain Time. It's 11:18, so it's about, 1 or 2 for Eastern. So it's interesting that only 20 people are online, especially with Clav's audience. I think they're pretty young. I don't know if they have jobs yet. And so maybe they do. They
should at least have summer internships, right? Or something. Yeah.
But that being said, so engagement was kind of where my mind went. And then, like you said, it's good to have pinned posts. A lot of groups have that, but usually you want, instant activation. And so you want someone to jump in and introduce themselves. You want the group to welcome them so that they, stick and they don't churn. So I'd be interested to see how many of these 1.4 are churning month over month. But still, 1,400 people is pretty solid.
Yeah. And if you guys haven't seen like Clav's transformation story too, I think starting with this is interesting. Like a lot of times it's introduce yourself and results aren't necessarily pinned right away. Transformation challenge for $500. So right away I'm thinking, incentive, and I'm re-cementing the idea that this gets results, right? Is that they're putting money on there, but it's getting people to share natural lighting all in 1 year. I don't see where he started. Like the best possible thing that you could post is a before and after. When I come in here and do this, I will. I'll just throw a before and after of myself in 7 days after I come back in here.
Can we make it on Nano Banana Pro?
Yeah, we can make it on Nano.
Couple 100 pounds.
All right. So if you guys don't know Nano Banana, let's go to Google AI Studio. Or actually just Gemini has it built in, gemini.google.com right now. And if you come here to tools and you want to create images, this will be using just the regular Nano Banana, I believe. But I'll throw a headshot of myself in here. We'll use, actually I'm going to screenshot just me and Caleb. Here, throw this one in here. Create a before and after side-by-side photo of both gentlemen on in 7 days after they use a Looksmaxxing Clav course. Just future pace what you think they might look like after they follow his protocol. We're using Whisper Flow, guys, in the chat. That helps me go that fast too when I'm prompting. This should spit out before and after photos are the most powerful thing that you can do in any sort of space, whether it's BizOp, whether it's health, whether it's relationships. People want to see what is the transformation look. I don't know what just happened there, but that is what we're going to use.
Wow.
Copy image.
I actually don't know if that's better.
I think it might be worse, for sure, and it might have misunderstood the prompt here.
Yeah.
But we're going to come in here, and guys, I'm going to support this. Might do them more. Just joined, but imagining my transformation in 7 days. Can't wait to jump into the program. We don't want bad karma, guys. I love going through courses here, and like I said, if you've seen Clav's transformation, he legitimately, no matter what you think about him, he did have a significant, let's call it, glow up.
Absolutely.
And you can say what you want about him, but the stuff like that he has to teach probably works pretty well. So I'm interested to see like the guys that come into, like this guy already looks, shout out to Pawan, he already looks like a good looking dude. It's not like just a bunch of ugly people. It's usually people who are already they already have kind of that natural attraction. They just want to get right. They just want to get right. So cool group. I like what's going on here, but especially like this incentive too for $500 transformation challenge. Makes sense. I didn't even read the instructions. Let's read those. Please submit your transformations. Good lighting, no frauding. We frauded, so that might get deleted. Front and side profiles, before and after.
We didn't do that either.
Yeah. To participate, no pics could be used for social media. I hope so. Running a poll. Cool. I like it. Let's keep ascending. That's a great first post, pin post. Second pin post here. For more dedicated Looksmaxxers, apply to work. This is probably the Ascension path.
So, yeah.
Yep. So let's go ahead and take a look.
Well,
at
actually,
this.
Before we go there, one thing we didn't talk about at all was his clipping army.
No, I didn't even know he had a clipping army.
Yeah, so, I mean, he has 700K on TikTok, I believe, if you click over there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he has on Instagram, but you look at his views, he gets a lot of views, but almost all of the posts that I've seen of him are from clipping accounts.
Okay.
I almost never see his actual main Instagram or main TikTok post. And so that's a huge thing to note too, is like with the type of content that he's making, with the people he's around, you can see like Justin Waller, I know he was with the Tate brothers and like other pretty high profile and even controversial people. I think that helps him get a ton of views. It
makes sense. So we all know Tate. Tate's probably the most famous example of someone clipping his way to the top.
And he's just following the blueprint. Pretty simple, $50, even the same price point for the same, I think, type of person, too.
I didn't even see the real world parallel. So that's probably his max potential here if he kills it is the real world, which was, according to our trends database, the top course for 2023 and maybe even 2024.
Was it 120 million?
It was something like that we were estimating. We had him somewhere between 50 and 150 million, depending on the month, like if you were to annualize it. So crazy. That era, as you guys know, Tate was just all over the place.
Yeah.
Before he got expelled to Romania and all that, all those shenanigans.
Right.
So for finding, like, to figure out if it's clipping or not, where would we go? Would we just search Clav and just see if other top hosts are clipping him right now?
I would go to WAP and then go to Discover, like the marketplace. And then I would just search for clavicular clipping. That is a tongue twister.
It is.
Oh my goodness. Can you say that?
Clipping.
Clip for...
So we're seeing a lot of just like general clipping groups.
Try to search maybe Clav.
Clav clipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what we use clipping on occasion for some of our brands. Usually they're named after the creator.
Right.
And WAP does run some of the best clipping communities online.
Man, maybe just look up clavicular. Now, here's the thing. He is... Oh, there you go.
Good call, Caleb.
750 members in there.
All right, let's join.
So this is interesting because he's on Skool for his paid community, and then he uses WAP for his clipping. So he's cross-pollinating a little bit here. Ooh, pretty low budget.
Pretty low budget, indeed. And we can see everything has been paid out, and we can probably see when, based off of the comment velocity, at a certain time when it was happening.
You know what I would love to see is if the clipping pages push to Skool or push to his profile on Instagram. Because if they push to Skool, they might be affiliates versus like getting paid.
Interesting. So yeah, the way we did it is we just used the @tag of the handle to go to social, right? And then in that main account, we had, I think, a webinar link when we did it for Pace. But for different people, they have different means of how they might do that. But that is super interesting. So using Skool for the paid community, and possibly mobilizing the affiliates there is your thought.
Right.
Because
I've seen I've seen so many clips of this dude. There's no way his budget's only $1,700.
Okay, so we've launched a new campaign. That's Talon. Okay, but let's scroll back and just see when was this thing really moving.
Yeah, like it's not even active.
Let's see when it was. Okay.
My guess is there's a new...
There must have been a first group.
I think there's a new group somewhere.
Yep.
And it possibly has a very high budget.
Yeah. Yeah, this budget would have been gone so quickly in a day. Less than a day.
Like one account would have taken that entire thing.
Right. Exactly. We've been paid the first one. Okay, cool. But this is the general idea. We won't track that down today, guys, but that is... if you get it right and you get this like viral coefficient to work right, the clipping can snowball into relationships like with Tate. I'm sure Tate probably
saw a clipping
page would be my guess, and it sounds like you did too. I think I did too. I've seen clipping, and it must have grown. It definitely was, because this amount of followers in general, and especially on Insta, when you look at Insta and you come back to his page and you're like, he only has 237K, that wouldn't make sense with the level of fame that we're experiencing externally and the amount of people hitting him up.
Because a lot of people think that the clipping pages are him, and so you'll see a clipping page with like 70,000 followers. And so I wonder if that's also part of it too. Like,
probably so.
Because it's easier to clip on Instagram than it is TikTok. So he probably takes his best clips from Instagram and puts them on TikTok.
Interesting. So I wouldn't have thought he would have done that. So let's go back and see where he was on Insta. How long ago was he even just Reels, if we just looked at Reels?
Yeah, I mean, he really blew up kind of Q4 of 2025.
What is it? Caleb, this is dating me. What does ascending a girl mean? This is like info funnel talk.
It's dating me too, because I have no idea, and I'm a little scared for you to click on it.
Yeah. Actually. Yeah, into your...
this is the woman's...
Oh.
I think that's his sister or something.
That's his sister, and we were going to get to this, but we found earlier in the pre-research there is actually a Clav Femme Edition by the administrator of Skool, which isn't the Skool admin. Sam Ovens. And Hormozy are behind this, clearly. And this one's free trial, so I'm going to get in this too. 115 members, free trial, and
it's interesting that
7-day and it'll rebuild
on that.
I know, and the VSL was actually different, guys. So if you come back and watch this, it's a different VSL version aimed at females. And some of the language I like too is like, hey, clearly they have identified and done a good job marketing and knowing that the avatar is different. So let's just say it's the same or relatively same protocol. I'm guessing, obviously, with some gender modifications.
Specific language and
exactly.
Right.
But the actual VSL was speaking to an entirely different problem that women experience, and even an entirely different hook in approach. So that part was cool. Still shot in the same visual.
Yeah. His bedroom.
which
it probably
cool.
Relates to his audience, to be fair.
Right. That's where they want to be. They want to be in their bedroom with a good-looking man or woman. So.
Right.
This one has different instructions when I come into, and granted, it's a different type of commitment because I'm on a free trial now, and it's going to rebill. It actually didn't say. I didn't catch if it was going to rebill at a certain price point or not. Let's look.
I think it was a time bound.
$25 a month. So I got 7 days before it rolls into $25 a month, and this is one of my favorite flows. This is something me and Sam Ovens used to do at Consulting.com, which is free trial rebill into. At the time, we were doing it 2K, and we'd chunk it up into 5 payments, so it would rebill at $495. After 7 days, 3 days, 14 days, whatever the free trial period was. But it is a great way for you to mix. What I always tell people, should I do a free group or paid group when you're just starting? The answer to me is why don't you just go to Skool and run a free trial model? You get the best of both worlds. You get to run free group, and if people like the value, you've already sold to them the idea that they can cancel, or you set expectation. That way there's not this complexity of having this 2-group ecosystem when you're just one person starting.
Right.
Yep. Go ahead.
Cool.
There is an Ascension funnel here too.
We should explore both sides, the men's
throw
and
that
the
one.
women's.
Yeah, look at this is fun. I've never had anything like this before. How to earn through affiliate invites too. Second pinned.
Maybe this will give us info on the clipping.
All right, guys, if you're watching this episode on YouTube, my affiliate link will be below. Click that and join this group.
Mine will be below his, so click mine afterwards.
Right, yeah.
Caleb look at this. I run a few girls' Looksmaxxing accounts.
Interesting. So, man, it is such a crazy world out there. I wonder what he means by that. Do you think that means an affiliate offer, or did he mean he's actually Looksmaxxing?
I guess like an Instagram account, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
man.
Finbar, and then this other guy said same. So
interesting. What is
join my link, send to your girlies.
Why would you be posting that? That doesn't make sense to me. What's this do?
Clav female. That's a different.
No, it's the same.
Oh, okay.
Dropping your affiliate link, I'm pretty sure in a group where people have already joined, does not last touch override. But this is an interesting strategy if that were to give them credit.
Look at the ChatGPT copy on the right side with that long dash. No copes here and
the
no
M dash
coding.
Right, no copes here. Man, yeah, people are just doing ChatGPT speed runs through everything these days.
Seriously.
That's probably not bad, though. If you don't know your avatar very well, and I'm assuming that, I'm going to make some assumption here and say the copywriter is a man.
Yes, for sure.
It's not a bad approach. You might as well just at least, rewrite it for your target market. But yeah, it is definitely ChatGPT based off of that.
I wonder if you stay on that page.
Whoops.
That's all right.
Isn't this the same page?
It's it's just the about page.
Okay.
But if you look at the bottom, a private community made for dedicated individuals, seriously willing to do whatever it takes to ascend. I wonder if they're preceding the idea of Ascension into a higher ticket.
So it's not. It actually is ascending. They're using the same terminology, front facing. You're going to have to ascend these women and girls both in your private relationship life and also through this funnel.
Yes.
Weekly Zoom calls for live calibration. So we get to see the service delivery here now on the female side. Direct message.
We should go and look at the courses.
Where are those at?
We didn't even look at here. If we go to the classroom.
Yeah, we didn't even go to the classroom.
We haven't gone in here yet.
Jaw guide.
Wow.
IRE guide. And these are all for women, so the ideal standards. A god tier lower third. I love that. I'm gonna add that to my vernacular. Oh man, that's a god tier lower third. And we're not talking about just like in photography rule of thirds here. Or film. Thread will break down jaw anatomy. The mandible.
Yeah, it's like, do you have a wide or skinny mandible? Or...
So there's no video, so this looks like he could have just been.
I've heard of minoxidil before.
Yeah. Oral
For
minoxidil.
hair growth.
Interesting.
So I mean there's
each
real
side
information.
too. We can go through.
Interesting.
The only thing I don't love about this is like there's no embedded action on this last one. It just ends with like dirty blonde type color fogs, in my opinion. And it's like, okay, what do I do from here? Like you could come up here and check it, obviously, if you know Skool. But if you don't, that wouldn't be natural.
It took me the longest time to figure out how to check off courses in Skool.
Right, yeah.
So Sam, if you're watching this, I'm just kidding.
He knows. Yeah. That's been a complaint since the beginning because that's the only way to actually measure, I think, unless the new analytics suite has taken care of this, the actual course completion rates and whatnot. So it would be great if there was scroll depth and a bunch of other things considered. However, like me and you, as like course operators, we have different needs than most. Like, do you think that most school operators probably care about that at all? No. Are they looking at that? Probably not.
Well, and that's what I was going to mention next, is that it's not really optimizing for a roadmap or a fast win.
It's not.
So, like, I would love to see some kind of, like, conversion point to a win. And usually, you know, that can happen with, like, dropping your introduction in the chat and people welcoming you and making you feel their presence and making you feel like you're in the right place. But even, like, in the classroom as a whole, it's just kind of sporadic. Like
it is.
You know, breast maxing, lead maxing. And then
man.
I do like how they have like gated entry for the next.
I do like that too. That's good, and that probably should have happened sooner.
Yeah, I would like to see. I don't know. Maybe these are the things that women really care about the most, but I would like to see probably the things that they care about the most be behind this gate. Yeah. So that you at least bill once before they actually get to the things that they need. Yep. So maybe this is correct, like, and I'm not sure, I'm not a Looksmaxxer, but sure. Wow, surgery guide. Holy smokes. Do you think there's any kind of liability there?
Dude, debunking thumb pull, like, I'm so lost with some of this stuff. Is truly a new world.
It is.
If anything, and I can't imagine that I'm the only one. I'm sure some people come into this and they naturally know what all this means, but there's no welcome video or anything that would maybe even, let's call it, make a thesaurus or glossary or type of, like, hey, this is what you need to do in what order. Right. This is really just choose your own adventure, which isn't ideal. Kind of what you're saying is I had to scroll down and even know there was gating on this stuff. Ideally, like Jaw Guide would have been kind of lumped in with some of the other stuff, and this sidebar would have been deeper, but then I would have been able to see that there was gated content too. Right. For me to have to go below the fold in order to see the gated content isn't ideal if you're trying to get someone to stick. Absolutely. Because you're right. Like, the actions that someone's going to take, there is an intro video. We should have watched this. Let's watch this.
And comments. Here's the classroom where you'll find courses.
But this is the standard Skool video.
Calendar.
This is. They didn't even change the default. No. So to me, that's a waste. Or it can be optimized, right? There's a lot that it could be doing here.
Now, we are in the women's group.
We're in the women's group.
Which is way less active with way less members. So we might want to pop over to the men's group.
Yeah, let's go back to the men's group. Although this is fascinating, and I will rebuild. I will forget and rebuild in 7 days for sure.
So Skool administrator, you're going to get $25.
Yeah, shout out, guys. Let's go back to the clan. Clav's clan. All right. So we didn't even get through the pin post here. You brought me down here, which was a good call out. Now there's 14 online.
Which is less. It went from like 17 to 20 to 14.
Let me refresh here. Okay, now we're back at 20.
20 is just not that much.
It's not.
I wonder if there's...
This group could be, in theory, doing a max 70K MRR, but it's probably that they had members in here before they switched to paid is kind of what I'm thinking. Otherwise, it would be showing up on the Skool leaderboard, which I did not see it in
Imagine if the leaderboard was based on your looks. So instead of like
that's
activity,
the stuff I would like to do. Yeah, customize the leaderboard.
So Fred there, he would be the best looking in the entire group.
Yeah, see, that would be a better leaderboard. That would be based more like philosophically on what we believe, which is student outcome.
Right.
So, or even if it was the delta between the time they joined and the time
how fast they got.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
That would be the best possible leaderboard. That would be a crazy amount of customization for Skool. But with vibe coding apps and whatnot, you could, in theory, add that as just a core feature in Skool in the future.
Right.
And make your own custom leaderboards. Maybe that's the Skool product team is thinking in that direction, but perhaps not. Sam's usually not focused on like customization at that level. A lot of like what I love about Skool and what everyone else loves about Skool is that the core product works really well and everyone understands it.
Right.
So
yeah,
I don't know if that'll happen, but that'd be cool. That'd be a nice to have for me.
Absolutely.
A leaderboard based off of delta and transformation.
Like how sharp your jawline is.
Right. Yeah. Indeed. Cool.
So who rates the transformation challenge? That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. We didn't see any sort of criteria.
Clav himself does it.
But if you you might increase your chances if you ascend.
Yeah, let's jump into that.
Yeah. So let's keep ascending. That's clearly, can I just have the $500? That's great.
One thing I do want to note about Clavicular as a whole is I think that in general he's actually doing something good for men.
I think so too.
Allowing them to like really focus on bettering themselves and it's not your identity obviously to better yourself, but I do think that giving someone like who kind of has no hope about what they look like or like their strength or whatever it might be, some hope because of his transformation, I think is a really good thing overall. And it gives men more confidence overall, which is I think something that in our day and age people really need. So
Dude, I'll double down on that too. Some of this is just funny for me because I'm experiencing this type of funnel for the first time. It's just out of my typical comfort zone, and that's pretty much it. Other than that, I agree. There's nothing in here that I find to be harmful for men or women in general. And there's nothing that's like what I would consider like gross pickup-y about this whole funnel at all.
Right.
There's no like even any sort of sometimes you come through these funnels and you get stuff that like it starts to look like almost date rape like tactics.
Right.
And you're like, okay, I don't know if I want to be associated with this, but this is all great. This is all how to improve you as opposed to what can you do to trick the other sex into being with you.
Right. And I think this one's interesting too because
Black-pilled ratios is an amazing title for.
We're gonna use that in an ad hook, just so you guys know.
Yeah. Yo, we'll go through red-pilled, black-pilled, and blue-pilled ratios.
Yep. So it's interesting. I don't know if we could go through all of these. Obviously, probably not. But
no.
There's not very many video modules, which it's interesting.
That is interesting.
Because, you don't really know who made these. And so, like, is it Clavicular? Does he have someone behind him doing this? And really, like, how deep is his actual expertise? Because what you're buying is his transformation.
You're buying his transformation. You're right. And that's a good point because there's no, at very minimum for a funnel like this, I would recommend at least one video from
like
Clav
a welcome video.
A welcome video where
he
says, hey, these are all the different things that I looked into when I was Looksmaxxing, and even though I didn't focus on even half of them, all of them like will work.
Sure.
The ones that are gated are the ones that where I went the deepest on, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. He has, is there gated ones? Unlocks in 14 days. So that's interesting about the brow ridge.
They have like timed gates. So 10, 14, I think I saw one for 7 up higher.
Right, and that's a relatively new feature in Skool that you guys maybe don't know about. So if you're using Skool, I would highly suggest, even if you have a upfront and there's not a reoccurring component to it. I've never actually checked that you can do customizations with just one-offs, but I think you can. And the idea is like you still have retention of revenue and the idea that people refund, or that you just want them to engage, so you're sticking the carrot out too.
Right. So I wonder if his ideal sales cycle is, it looks like the longest here is 14 days.
Yeah.
So come in, stay for 14 days. Is it billed weekly or monthly?
I believe it was monthly. Let me look. Good call, though. Good to know. $49 a month, yeah.
So it wouldn't bill a second time, but they stay for 14 days. They get nurtured for those 14 days. And then my guess is they're kind of looking for the next thing, and so they probably start to go to this Ascension where we can explore.
Yeah, and there probably is some sort of reason. Like, there was definitely a method to their madness here of like 7 days here, but then 14 here and then 10.
Right.
And then unlocked at level 2. But to me, it needs to be simplified in order to be actually optimal.
It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, like how we would typically gate Ascensions, especially when I was working with Sam and why like these features exist, is you would want to gate things so that people did it in a certain order. Right now, there is not a order because of how it's laid out that makes coherent sense. You would have to piece it together in your mind and actually outline it yourself of why in this order.
And typically you want to gate things in the order that people get the result.
Yeah.
And so I don't really know from looking on this, like neck maxing, should I be stretching my neck a little earlier or what? So like
I probably need neck maxing. I'm going to do that myself.
Yeah.
Too much looking at this podcast and computer all day.
Seriously. So like it's cool to, I mean, in our psychology or our philosophy is a little different than probably most people's about how to pull money out of info in general.
Uh-huh.
And so like we really want to focus on getting people results quickly, ideally in 30 days or less. So there's no real roadmap for that. We talked about that already. But if you can get the person the win in the first couple of modules, like even a tiny one, they're going to stay for that level 2. They're going to stay for the 14 days. They're going to stay to whatever the next kind of gate is. And I think that if they made that more clear, and I don't know what of these modules would get the fastest result, but maybe it's hairline and depth, and they could fix their hairline slightly in just 14 days. Like, that would be awesome to see because they'd be like, I could literally post a picture of the transformation.
Yeah.
And then they would automatically stay because like if Clav did this for me in 14 days, imagine if I stay for 6 months.
Dude, that's a really good point because I didn't realize the level of breadth, let's call it, of Looksmaxxing that exists these days. And obviously one thing is going to work, like, let's call it at 100% rate. If everyone does this, like, you will get a result and you'll get it quick. That should have been the ideal focus of that transformation post. Instead, they just said post your transformation, which if I have 27 options, I might be very impressed and post a photo of what I did to do that, but everyone else doesn't know.
Right.
And there's no, like, it's the benchmark is not the same for everything.
Yeah, so like put the easiest one first.
Put the easiest one first. You want to activate and get someone a quick win and get them an aha, this stuff works. And then ideally you don't want to mix time gates with level 2.
Right.
Level 2 applies Ascension. To me, like from a back-end info perspective of just like, cool, we're going to ascend to the next product.
Right.
But for a user, it's very confusing. When you see, okay, this unlocks in 14 days, but then level 2, what do I have to do to be at level 2?
Right.
So,
it doesn't tell you either.
And then you check your level on the leaderboard, so now your assumption is, I just got to engage more, which isn't a terrible assumption. 13% of members have unlocked level 2. Post to feed for confusing, and I'm a Skool power user, so
yeah, it is confusing. Wow.
How to become a slayer?
And if you even look at,
I'll go back.
Those don't even look like they're different.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, it's the background. Okay, sorry. It's for dating apps. So they do have some attraction things on there. Which, you know,
frauding status in real life. LARPing. Live action role playing?
Yep.
Is that what LARPing still means?
Yeah.
Interesting.
How to get slays using social media. It's interesting how they're using the same psychology Andrew Tate did, where there's like a devil or like an evil and a good. And they're like, so in this case, like the good would be slaying the dragon. And once you slay the dragon or get the girl, so to speak, then you're a slayer. And so that's how my mind took it, at least.
Which is like, like that's where LARPing started. Yeah, like in college campuses, people would dress up in medieval, and slay. To get the interesting.
So the language is there. Like they're actually digging deep into that, which is
interesting.
Super cool.
I'm going to start incorporating this too. I'm getting distracted, but I agree. You should dress to mog, not to blend.
Exactly. I mean, look at Nick right now. He's mogging.
Why fashion is biological. What a great headlines here. Like, I love that.
That is pretty good.
That is good. And
I'm also going to use that in an ad hook.
Uh-huh. Yeah. But, like, to me, this is all over the place, and I don't even know where I'm at as far as, like, a user. I'm disoriented. Right. So now I'm coming back to community. I'm going to actually hop on this calendar call, and then we can see a type form here, which is also an Ascension path most likely, right, to an application. So
yeah, we can click into all that.
I'll stop sharing so you guys don't see my calendar.
Yeah, the main thing I think that both of us are getting at is like people when they come into something like this, they view Clav or whoever the person is as a leader, and so they want to be led through the process.
Mm-hmm.
So like it should be so simple. Like once they buy, they're onboarded, and maybe there's a welcome video, and it's like here's your next step, and at the end of every module, it's here's your next step, here's your next step, here's your next step, because people didn't buy to be confused.
Yeah.
And a confused person doesn't ascend either.
Yeah. A confused mind doesn't buy, or a confused mind doesn't ascend.
Right. Yeah. So like
Caleb in 2025. Yeah.
Yeah. Write it down. So I think that, and he's got a lot of great content. It looks like, and people seem to be getting results.
Truly.
And so I think he could do much better if he just organized it and then added little to-dos. Maybe it's a homework checklist at the end of each module.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a Loom video explaining the module. Like that would take him 2 minutes to do for each module. So it makes me think that maybe, and this is also thinking outside the box, but maybe Nick, this isn't his main revenue driver.
Probably not.
Maybe it's
I can't
else.
imagine this is the main rev driver. Let's go ahead with that being said and just check out the Ascension here.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have, let's
Here we
pop
go.
similar web and we can see, woo, we're off to the races. This page is getting a lot of traffic
Wow.
over time. And
43K in December.
yep, so it's not just from the school group. We're using similar web Chrome extension, guys. This one is the free version. We have also the 75K enterprise plan.
Mm-hmm.
Here at New Reach, and we can see all over the world, but look at this traffic mix, direct, social, search, referrals. So like people are finding this page not just through the school group.
My guess is this is where the clipping's going.
Yep, and this is where probably we're gonna find a better dollar per lead experience. Yes. How I evolved Looksmaxxing. I like how they kind of highlighted that with, it's cool. I like that LP
Is that mouth
design.
tape
I think so.
behind it?
Yeah, like it's mouth tape-like effect, but I can't actually highlight anything here. So this is, and then we have autoplay on mute, which is best practice still. A lot of players or like browsers these days still won't let you play it on.
If you're tired of being invisible to women, tired of.
And
is
we
this
see.
the same VSL?
Let's check it. Let's
Same
actually.
setting.
We'll actually watch this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what tech is on the. I see it's a Wistia player.
Yep.
So we're also using. We are. Oh, I'm in my other one. Here, 1 second. We're going to stop share. I'm going to log into my other one. Built with Guys is what I like to use primarily to see what's under the hood on the funnel itself and what they're actually building with. Click the horse. Yes, please. All right, we're back. Hard refresh, and let's see. We got not too much going on other than just Wistia and Framer. Framer must have been how they did it.
Okay.
And you can see this isn't text, so they framered it like just
It's embedded.
embedded.
it's
embedded.
coded.
Click the video to play. Let's play it and watch this. Stuff I like right away. Social proof in here. Join 1,000 plus like-minded students.
Yep.
Unlock the Ascension method. So the Ascension is the mechanism or the method, actually, that I didn't know about.
Okay, so that makes
So it's
sense.
not Looksmaxxing, it's Ascension.
It's Ascension.
Cool. And then we have, instead of like an authority bar, sometimes this is like Forbes. I've seen in Forbes bar. They're
Right.
using it for the feature to benefit kind of features of what you're going to get, which is
tired
interesting.
of being invisible to women, tired of getting rejected, and tired of watching other guys who won the genetic lottery
Can you
take.
pause it?
Yeah.
Is that AI?
That was Kanye West's Runaway. Runaway.
No, I'm asking, for me at least, maybe
Oh.
it's because I'm hearing it. I was hearing it on his, and his
Yeah.
mouth was moving later.
Oh, you're going to have to disconnect from that because I'm screen sharing.
Gotcha. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
I was just like, that looks
No,
so...
I thought you meant, is that AI music? And I was like,
If
no.
you're tired of being invisible to women, tired of getting rejected, and tired of watching other guys who won the genetic.
All right, how you like that hook? We got rejected, invisible, and genetic lottery.
I think it
Call-outs.
appeals to... I mean, I can't help but think of Andrew Tate. Like,
Yeah.
he's calling out those guys that do feel that, and to be honest, a lot of guys do. I've never really felt that way, but I know people my age, right, that
Yeah.
are like that, and I think that
Yeah.
I think it's like the hope thing. I think he's providing hope,
For sure.
because he's direct calling out like probably one of guys' biggest insecurity, which is that we're a nobody.
True.
And so then he's turning that and being like, there is hope for you. Like, you might feel like a nobody right now. You might look like one. You might even be one.
Yeah.
But there's hope. And I think this is probably where he's going to go with it.
Yeah, the thing that actually stood out for me is comparatively to the, let's call it vault of clips that the Clippers are posting, he looks different himself here. Which is, maybe there's a twist in here too where he's continuing to Looksmax, but to me it's just brand congruence on his like visual himself. To me, like in the clips I've seen him, he's a bit more pale. This one he looks a bit more tanned.
Yeah.
And I don't have any other comment other than just I expected more a visually consistent experience between his front-facing reels and then what you see here.
Yeah, I actually, now that you mentioned that, I really see that because all his reels are kind of like this alpha, like Sigma society.
Yeah, he looks
style.
like he's like prep school chess player elite kind of, and this is a bit different.
Yeah, I would love to see some congruence there.
Lottery, take what's yours, then pay attention. Because what I'm about to show you will completely transform your
There
face.
we go. Like even that's a little bit different than what I'm seeing even here. Just how he's wearing his hair. Maybe that's it, what I'm sensing.
Yeah.
Face and physique in ways that you didn't even think were possible. Look, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. You have been lied to. They told you just be confident, just be yourself. Looks don't matter. You and I both know that's complete bullshit. You see it every day. Attractive men get treated differently. They get the girls, they get the respect, and they get the opportunities handed to them. While you get nothing. Here's what keeps you up at night.
Maybe you can pause it there. I think he's borrowing authority a little bit on those clips on the side.
Yeah.
I don't know who that Asian guy was.
Either do I.
But
he's clearly someone who's an influencer.
Right. The other guy was David Lade, I believe.
Yeah.
Who was like the original kind of Gymshark fitness influencer. Like
Got
he's mega famous.
Yeah. So those people they get mobbed in public because they get recognized, not because they have their shirt off.
But I still would like to see like a clip of him getting mobbed.
Me too. That would be better.
Completely different if
I'm not getting
just
mobbed.
looked better. You wouldn't have to deal with rejection after
Mogging
rejection.
or getting mobbed.
You wouldn't have to watch women ignore you while they throw themselves at some guy who happens to have a better jawline. You're stuck in this nightmare where you're constantly being judged, constantly being overlooked, and constantly reminded that you don't measure up. And the worst part is, every day that goes by, you're getting older. Your window is closing. And
that was interesting, how they just future-paced him. That's like, obviously, what would have happened to him, maybe, if he hadn't done what he did. That's a cool psychological trick that they used AI for. They probably used one of those apps that's like, see yourself older.
Yeah. It could just be the Snapchat filter.
Or, it could be a Snapchat filter.
Getting older. Your window is closing. And if you don't fix it now, you're going to wake up 5 years from now in the exact same position.
See, I'd have loved for them to like double down on that and put that side by side with him now and be like, this should have been me now.
I also don't know if that's relatable.
No, like this is like I know this is a Reddit meme.
Yeah, but even the room, like guys don't have a room,
like
or most people don't have like nice of a view out their bedroom window.
Right.
This is gonna be you. You're gonna have a beautiful room.
Yeah, you're going to wake up with a white picket fence and a wife and kids, and you're gonna hate your life. Right.
If you had decided to take action. You've tried to fix this already. You've hit the gym. You've tried skincare routines, and you watched 1,000 videos on mewing. But here's the problem.
Yeah, I have. You know me.
It doesn't work fast enough, and most of it doesn't work at all. Sure, you can spend the next years of your life researching the perfect steroid and Looksmaxxing protocol.
Interesting. So he's actually kind of demonizing the
steroids.
Looksmaxxing.
Yeah, he is. And he's trying to flip it to Ascension, which we don't know what it is yet.
I kind of like that as a unique mechanism. Like,
I do too. I like taking, because this space moves so fast. So if you have just a slightly better Looksmaxxing protocol, that doesn't matter as much as just a completely new way to approach it.
Right.
Because people have already been sold Looksmaxxing. They don't want, if they didn't want Looksmaxxing the first time, they don't want a refined, slightly better Looksmaxxing. They're looking for it to solve the same problem with a different mechanism, is what I would say, which this provides.
And it's the psychology of it too, because not only does Looksmaxxing kind of just connotate how you look, but Ascension almost connotates that you're becoming an entirely different human being.
It does.
Which I think is more powerful.
That is more powerful. And originally I was misinterpreting it because we have our own jargon in this space, what Ascension is. But now I finally get it.
Yeah.
It's ascension of your own self, not ascending women through a funnel.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Side effects that are actually going to make you look worse. Or you could keep doing what you're doing and accept mediocrity for the rest of your life.
Okay, 2 choices, close.
But there is a third option.
Third?
My name is
Ooh, flatline.
also known as
3 options.
Particular, and I've spent years mastering the science of male aesthetics. I'm talking about completely restructuring your facial aesthetics using pharmacology, extreme methods, and protocols people are too scared to even ask about.
Whoa, it's more extreme.
That's super interesting.
It is interesting.
Because usually people they want the safe option.
Yeah.
And he's going the literal opposite direction, being like, this is more extreme and people are scared to talk about it.
Yeah, which is really interesting. It's intriguing. He's using an intrigue frame.
Right.
And he's basically upping the benefit of saying that, like, to the victor there will be even more spoils, but it's not as safe, right? You're dialing down safe so you can have more max benefit.
And he's increasing the kind of scarcity of it.
Scarcity
no one talks
of it.
about it. And this is gated knowledge already.
And we don't really have any indicator on if it's faster or slower than other methods.
That's true.
That would be the other kind
Taking
of
on guys
component
who are
that they offer
skinny,
to you.
low dimorphism, and completely overlooked by women, and turn them
Maybe
into
you want to pause
jacked,
it? I
high-value
think
men.
that part of him using these massive words that probably most people don't actually know.
Yeah, I don't even
of,
know some of them.
I think it does give him a little bit of credibility.
I think so too.
Because to someone who's 15, 16, 17 watching this, their mind is being blown right now.
Yeah.
They have no idea what he's talking about. This kid is so far ahead of me.
This kid is like Carl Sagan.
Exactly, yeah. He is the godfather of Ascension.
And they command respect the second they walk into a room. Here's what makes my system different. I'm not afraid to go where others won't.
That's
While every
cool.
other Looksmaxxing coach is telling you to drink more water and do facial exercises, I'm willing to push you to do the methods that actually work. Steroids, pharmacology.
Okay, so he's preceding that he's going to coach you?
Yeah. And it's interesting too because is drinking water like part of every like Looksmaxxing protocol?
It is.
Okay. So it's
like,
a common thing that just like is too vanilla maybe.
I just think it's common knowledge.
It is common
like,
knowledge.
Just drink your water. And
yeah,
be
guys.
healthier.
Here's my course for $49. You guys, if you want to be healthier, you should
like,
sleep more, drink more water, eat healthy, and get 15 minutes of sunlight per day.
I'd pay for it.
Yeah, right. So I do like that it's not. Yeah, he's like that's basic. We all know that.
Green protocols. But here's the key. Most guys who do this on their own end up looking worse because they don't understand the complex nuances of these protocols. They didn't know how to mitigate side effects. They didn't know what compounds to stack, the timing, the
You're right.
dosages,
Just
what
coming
blood
off as
work
an
do I need
expert.
to get. That's where I come in. I give you the complete system, fully comprehensive, tailored to your genetics, your situation, and your goals. No get.
So it's personalized and customized to you. And
That's what we were talking about earlier.
And that's so that implies slightly slower, but it's going to be again better, less
Do you think
safe.
it actually is?
That I don't know. That I will not pass judgment on because I'm not an expert in this space at all. But I'd say in theory, like the logical argument checks out in my head as someone like if I suspend belief here.
Right.
It's just like, do I want this? Yeah, to me, like the prospect they're speaking to is clearly someone who is, I would say they're solution aware or most aware. Like if you were to use breakthrough advertising terms, of like they've been through a Looksmaxxing course before.
Right. I think Looksmaxxing is like it's blown up over the past couple of years so much so that people they already associate it with like just looking better and improving your physique and like kind of basic vanilla knowledge, kind of like what you said.
Yeah. Or they associate with dating and filtering, right?
Sure, yeah.
And just like the fake associations.
And I think that like it kind of has a following of people that joke about it too.
Yeah.
And so I think by disassociating with Looksmaxxing, he's actually helping himself look more like an expert.
And that's a really good point. 100%. I didn't even think about that.
Guessing what to do next, no trial and error, no wasted time. I've already done this for dozens of men. Guys who came to me looking like boys and left looking like men.
So it needs to be
One client
updated
came to me
because he said 1,000 like-minded students and then dozens.
Yeah. Good call. That's an incongruence.
Yeah.
Also, he referenced himself when he was talking about the transformation of others. Ideally, you pop social proof there in addition to yourself.
Super skinny, and within months, I completely transformed his facial structure. Got him jacked. Got him.
Sorry, that just it completely transforms his. I would have used the language he completely but I get it.
Yeah.
The visual I was
spent hours
just
hammering on his
right, locking him in the
high
basement.
cheekbones.
Yeah, but that's probably subtle. I get what he was saying.
High dimorphism. These aren't small changes. These are life-altering transformations. The kind that make women stop in their tracks, the kind that make other women respect you, and the kind that give you the halo effect that you've been missing in life. Now guys, just imagine waking up 3 months from now and looking in the mirror. And instead of seeing the same average...
If you want to pause, I think one thing he's doing really well is he's attacking like the biggest insecurity of men, which is that I can't get women.
Yeah.
One of them. I think it's like the bill field, the ball field, and the bedroom. And he's attacking the bedroom.
Oh, that's funny. That's a cool way to put it. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's like, are you most concerned about your wallet? That was Andrew Tate. He was attacking the billfold.
For sure.
More so than the bedroom, I would say.
He was.
Dan Bilzerian and more so the bedroom.
More so the bedroom.
And then, like, I guess, I don't know, maybe fitness coaches would go for more so the ball field, like your athletic ability or your performance.
It makes sense.
So.
Yeah, which one do you want to win? Which one do you want to claim first? Yeah.
So here he's going super hard at the bedroom here.
Yeah, very much so. And looking at the man in the mirror, even like it might right. It might even be more enlightened than that. It's like looking at yourself and self-respect.
Right.
It's like a little bit up Maslow's hierarchy here.
Strong mandible, defined cheekbones, masculine features, and a body that commands respect. You walk outside and people.
So was that AI? Like, there's no reason to use AI here when you have your own students, and the fact that Clav has a crazy transformation himself. To me, like that, you're just wasting. Even if that's not the fact that I just thought that.
Yeah, you're diminishing the belief.
You're diminishing
in the
belief.
outcome, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you know anything about lifting and bodybuilding, like that is a very, very hard to achieve natural physique.
Yeah.
I would venture to say impossible.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Yeah, after we just threw rocks at steroids a little bit ago.
Yeah, so it is a little incongruent in my mind. I mean, even just like how capped the delts are on the side. Like, sorry, I'm getting into it, but like, it's either AI or it's someone else.
It wasn't the veins or the abs. It was just the cap delts that really threw you through. Yeah,
I mean, every guy on steroids has got those huge cap delts.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can get veins, I can get abs, but anyways.
For me, it was the haircut. I was like, who's his barber? No.
2016 Justin Bieber?
No, yeah, it was more so this. That does look like 2016 Bieber swoop right there.
Did you ever have one of those?
No, I missed the Bieber swoop era. How was it?
Fact.
I mean, I was there for it, but I just didn't do it.
So, okay, can you pause again? Maybe this is just me as a marketer, but he's holding a massive sign that says free hugs. So what would give him more social proof? Is if he's holding a massive sign that says free hugs, or if people just came up to him and started hugging him, right? And it's like, that doesn't really, in my mind, connotate that he is just attracting people left and right.
In fact, I would love for this to be like the market he's aiming for is just happy with one girl to come up and just even talk to them.
Right, yeah.
So it doesn't have to be this extreme of an example. That, again, risks disbelief for the market.
But he might know his psychographics better than we do, and that might be what they want. They might want women all over them. They might want many women all over them. Yeah. So we could be completely wrong here.
You're right. So, like, how I would satisfy both markets typically is, if that is the case and that's the primary avatar, I would dial it back with it if all this did statement so I could have both.
Yeah.
Opportunities open up to you. You finally experience what it's like to live life on easy mode. No more rejection, no more...
So this, again, a slight incongruence there because I was implying hard the whole time, and now I get that easy mode once you do all the hard things. That's the only thing I can think through here, but in my head I'm just like, it still seems to be kind of hard.
Yeah.
So...
Like, if he's gonna say that in the VSL and then we get into the program and it's like, all right, so you need to go to the gym every day for 6 days a week for 6 weeks.
Exactly.
It's like, well, there's some kind of incongruence there in my mind.
I agree. And there was no, like, statement that said, like, yeah, so the great thing about my protocol or, like, Ascension is that once you lock in the body type, you never have to work at it again. Then I would maybe believe that it's on easy mode.
No more wondering what if. Now, I only work with guys who are serious. This is a premium one-on-one.
Now we're coming into the, this is seg to CTA or just, like, pre-framing the close here now.
Yep.
Premium one-to-one.
I want to personally work with you to design your complete transformation protocol. I won't be giving you cookie cutter plans or generic advice. What I will be giving you is a comprehensive system tailored specifically to you, including the extreme protocols that actually work, the exact protocols to avoid side effects, and the fastest path to actually ascend it.
Okay, now we're getting into speed.
I like that.
Cal?
The thing I wonder about is, almost just liability. Like, this is a health offer, essentially.
Yeah.
And so, like, how are you going to provide a custom roadmap for somebody and tell them to take XYZ supplements and potentially inject themselves and keep yourself free from any liability?
That is a great question, Caleb. Now, when that comes up, you would usually see it in the TOS down here. However, I am not seeing any compliance language, which is not great, but it's probably fine for them right now as an upstart, and they're probably learning.
Because this level of transformation requires my full attention. So if you're ready to stop being overlooked, if you're ready to experience what attractive men experience every day, and you're ready to do whatever it takes, no matter how extreme.
It is a double entendre. That is clever.
Yeah.
Link below and let's talk. But don't wait, because spots are limited, and every day you wait, you're living as a version of yourself that you're disappointed in. Click the link now and let's get started with this transformation.
Okay. So let's go for it. Here we have,
those,
whoa, I can drag these because it's cursor. Okay, I love this. This should have been in the VSL.
It should have.
This is a great, like...
Okay, I'm not seeing...
It's interesting they put, like...
It's tough to see before and afters when the pictures are so different. Like from the angle and the...
Exactly. It looks like just the face is morphed. They should have just, obviously, just... right size the dimensions here so it doesn't look like you're dealing with a bunch of weird.
Let's look at that middle guy again.
So that's before and
full before on the middle guy.
Yeah, we can go full before. Not a bad looking guy.
That dude had a jawline.
Yeah, he's looking good. I think slightly better after, but not crazy.
Yeah. He might have done some bone mashing.
Some lips I can see too.
Okay.
Maybe. Same with the girl. It's like I'm trying to. Honestly, the before looks good here, comparatively.
Yeah, I think...
Because of the lighting, too, and it's just so much different. This guy clearly, that's pretty visibly transformed, I would say. We don't get to see his bicep.
Yeah,
but
that is probably the best one on this page.
But like the haircut and the glow up on the face, at least, is...
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But now I'm just making subjective judgments here. I like the idea of this feature. That's a great feature and element for the website. All right, claim your spot if you're...
I would like some kind of like scarcity element on this page.
Yeah, because it was alluded to.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have the system.
It's a little text heavy.
A little text heavy. And I shouldn't be scrolling this far. If I watch the VSL, I should know, and I'm just filling out the survey right now. So let's go through this, and then we'll end this video. Because what's going to happen is most likely either a DQ or we're going to get to a call of some sort, would be my guess. It'd be crazy and unusual if all of a sudden I passed the survey and I did a Priceline redirect to a directed card. Yeah. But let's see. Yes. Let's. Should we go DQ path or qualified path?
Let's go qualified.
Okay.
Just because I want to see back end systems here.
Okay. What do you think? Not having a customized routine to my body amorphism. Where do you want to be? I just want to have all the relationship options in the world and women flocking to me and men. They're going to be like, what in the world?
Yeah, honestly.
This guy wants it all. He's greedy. Clever sell thousands, first time using his entire system. Note on here, entire with a capital E. That's just weird. Doesn't probably hurt conversion, but it's just unusual to capitalize that of every single word there. Why do you believe you should be one of those people who works it directly? Don't give one word. Because I think he'll find that I'm an action taker who's been through many ascensions in my life.
Ooh, flipping the language on him.
Yeah, perfect growers. I just have to hit OK. Oh, okay. Below the fold. This ideally would have been embedded in wider. I would have missed that.
I don't really like this form factor either.
Yeah, like Typeform has much better deployments of this widget. All right. And I have a credit. That was interesting. I don't like that either. So I have cash or I have credit.
It's confusing.
It's confusing.
Because if you
I want to, but I don't have. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be between 3 and 5K potentially, or that's what the payments are going to be. What's your email? Cool. We use my real one. Shout out.
It's interesting that they didn't put like all their budget metrics there, because they could have put like 500 to 1K. They could have put 1K to 2K, 2K to 3, and then just left off any option for
it's more common.
The credit, and then put the DQ option.
I love that. Just the confirmations. Wow. Just a picture of Clav.
In his boxers too. Look at that.
Shout out. AI enhanced? Clav, if you ever see this, like, I love that.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, like, he is in better shape than me, so shout out.
And then he has the LinkedIn.
And the LinkedIn. Oh, I'm going to add him on LinkedIn. That's where this funnel is going to stop. Share your thoughts.
Oh, it wants
just about to 10x everyone on LinkedIn here.
Looksmaxxing for the LinkedIn.
Protocol.
LinkedIn Looksmaxxing.
Shout out. Yeah, and that's where the funnel ends.
Dude, you're
for
hilarious for putting that on LinkedIn.
It's the best channel too.
That's so funny.
To just, you know, tell my professional network that I'm coming for them.
So one thing I wanted to add on that funnel is, to me at least, it was interesting that all of his persona and what he does is pretty cool. And obviously he talks to a lot of women, which I think is part of the goal. Mm-hmm. But a lot of what he does costs a lot of money. And like, he's kind of selling the outcome that you're going to be like him, when if you even look like him, you can't do the things he does because you're poor, right?
Yeah.
And so it's interesting to me that, like, that's not even an aspect of it. Maybe he's got an affiliate deal with the Real World or something like that.
See, I was going to say it really should be, and there was the affiliates. Maybe that's the part is he'll method it himself and just be like, you could promote this as a way to make more money now that you can afford these protocols.
Yeah, because
that'd be cool.
I think part of the reason that girls like Clav is because he's famous and rich.
Definitely.
And so he's completely ignoring that, which if I was him, I would too, to be completely fair, because that's, like, you're not advocating for everyone to do that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just building your competition.
Yeah.
And so I just think that's a super interesting thing that probably most people don't think about when they're going through this, is like, wow, I want to be like Clav. Like, I'm going to do all of this Looksmaxxing, I'm going to bone smash, I'm going to do the mogging and whatever.
Now I'm even poorer.
And now I'm not better off financially, which is probably one of the things women look for the most.
Right. Like, I mean, yes, like, it comes back down to providing. That's part of it. So, like, attraction as, like, a Darwinian mechanism of, like, survival is really so you can get to someone that can either provide for you, or attraction would be so you can have offspring that are more attractive so they can survive, right? Sure. So it's longevity of your bloodline. So,
and that's, like, an innate thing inside of us. And so maybe for the women watching, you could ask the question, like, 10 out of 10 man who has, you know, 20K a year income, or 6 out of 10 who hasn't gone through the clavicular.
We'll leave you with that. Drop a comment below.
Yeah, let us know.
Thank you, guys. This one was a fun one to break down. Clav, if you end up watching this, you're the man. Thank you for being a good sport. Yep. We both love what you're doing here in the space, so welcome.